So welcome everybody, come to my awesome class on making sense of people puzzles. We're going to teach you how to get better relationships with your spouses, with your kids, with your coworkers. Instead of you choke slamming your coworkers, you'll hug your coworkers. Instead of going over and divorcing your wives and husbands, you'll stay married to your husbands and wives. If you're at work, instead of leaving that workplace and changing it 9 separate times, you'll maybe stay at one workplace and maybe stay there 20, 30 years. Or be able to leave peaceably and not get arrested. You know, these are the extremes, but we have this every day at work. You know, we go from tolerating people to eliminating people. We either do it emotionally, or spiritually, or practically, or physically, or even mentally, and even sometimes militarily. We go over and like, I don't care about that rank, whatever. So today we're going to have a little fun and learn about personality styles. So, we're going to start with this. We start out with a motor first, and we all have a motor, unless you're dead. We have an outgoing motor. We have a reserved motor. Krista, what do you think the difference between an outgoing motor and a reserved motor is?
Personality as far as being an extrovert or introvert?
Correct, that's one way. It also goes over and goes by pace, how fast somebody goes. So if you see an outgoing person, they're at the party and they're the one that goes over and dances in the party. If it's a reserved type of person, they're going to be the wallflower on back of the thing. If you go to a baseball game, you're a little more outgoing. You're in the records room, you're a little more reserved. You know, for me personally, I would die in the records room, other people would thrive in the records room. And we flip back and forth. If I have to visit the records room, I'm going to become reserved. If I'm at the baseball game, I'm outgoing. No commitment to here, but if you think you're more outgoing, please raise your hands. And if you think you're more reserved, raise your hand. See how the reserved person slowly raises their hand and the outgoing like, woo! You can just even tell the difference by their body language. So that's your motor. A little secret tip over here, 10% of your problems that you have in life, no matter what it is, what relationship, is caused by motor. I want to go out clubbing, I want to go out sleeping. There's a big difference in pace. I'm going over and watching Netflix, I want to go play baseball maybe on Netflix doing the person in the movie. So that's 10% of your problems. And now, we're going to go into another category. We're going to go, let's see, this is task versus people. And Dennis, what do you think the task versus people, what do you think that is? So we talked about pace over here, what do you think the task versus people is?
People would be more relationship-oriented, task would be more task-oriented.
Correct. And it's also priority. So it's what you look at your lens is priority. We're not going to write that in board because we have to conserve space. But let's imagine this for mowing a lawn. Has anybody ever mowed a lawn? Yep. Good, most people have. My son hasn't done that yet. We'll practice later. So, but on the task side, if I'm a task-oriented person mowing the lawn, I'm like a field marshal. I'm going down and I'm lining those lines and I'm going to mow like this. And no one's going to distract me from the task. And then Miguel comes over and starts talking to me. I'm like, oh, I just want to mow my lawn. Come on, please. And I might be saying this in my head. I might be saying this out loud. It depends on how outgoing or reserved I am. And he comes starts talking to me. And I go over and I either do one of two things. I either go over and try to get him to mow my lawn because I just want the task done, or I try to ignore him while I'm mowing the lawn all the way through. And it's a different way of motivation. And that's my priority. So take that same scenario on people-oriented. I don't even want to get up and mow the lawn. The military says, hey, get up early and go mow the lawn. I'm like, hey, let's get up late and put some lights on there and go mow the lawn. So I get up at 10:30 instead of 5:30 and I go mow this lawn, and now someone comes over, Miguel comes over and says, oh, a friend, and I haven't known him at all. So the conversation goes, and I take Miguel in for coffee, and 3 hours later I don't get the lawn done, and then my wife starts ripping my soul, and then the fat guy from base goes over and writes me up on the tickets. So that's the difference. I was more concerned about the people than I was about the task. And again, we flip from task to people. If I'm going over and again visiting the records room or going over and reading Air Force instructions or technical orders, that's into my task mode. But if I'm standing in front of you guys today, I need to be a little more people-oriented, or if I'm the social mingler and whatnot. Again, another secret tip, 90% of your problems actually come out of this. Conflicts in relationships, no matter what it is. You know, I'm going over and I'm just concerned about mowing the lawn. I'm concerned about you helping me mow the lawn. Big difference. And that's how the conflicts start. So if you have to weigh yourself, and again, you're not stuck in this place, if you think you're more task, raise your hand. Now, if you think you're more people, raise your hand. People-oriented.
I'm kind of both.
You're kind of both, so you can raise it like this. There you go. Raise your hand. All right. So again, we're going to go over and go more through this as we go along. And now we're going to get more in depth with this. So now we're going to talk about the different styles. And again, if you have paper, go over and write this stuff down. If not, then you can go over and visit the video later or read the board. So we're going to talk about the outgoing task-oriented people. The first word we're going to talk about is they're dominant. They're also direct. They're very demanding. You think where people are demanding. And yes, I did spell it wrong. Decisive. They're very much determined. They're a doer. And again, if you're starting to resonate with this style, then the last word's a caution word. So don't take it as offense, but as a caution word. You can be a tad defiant. So, you're dominant, direct, demanding, decisive, determined, doer, and you can be a tad defiant if you radiate in this style. So, you're the person that goes over and just gets things done. When you're direct and short to the point, like you try not to even use words if you're going over and talking, use point. You're very demanding of either people's time or you're very demanding to go over and get things done. Very determined to go over and get whatever's in your focus, in your lens, and that's all you care about. It's laser focus. Think of Richard Branson as an example of that. If you're not in his focus, he's determined to go where he needs to go. Very much of a doer. They get more done 9 to 5 than most people. Are they doing it right? That's interpretation. But they can be a tad defiant because they go over and they tend to buck the system. They're the ones that say, like, oh, ask forgiveness later. I'm like, not me, I ain't doing that. But they're the person that go over and just change every rule under the sun, take charge, take the lead. Can anybody think of an example, either famous or infamous, of this example?